So we can start. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for your interest in our free webinar to celebrate Conflict Resolution Day. With me are Dr. Cynthia Morton and Professor Kareen Devoogd, and they will present. They will give a presentation in the next few minutes. Before we begin, let me remind you that we are video recording this webinar, and therefore at the end you will receive a link to our video recording. Also, if you have any questions, you will find that there is a Q&A panel on your screen, and Cindy will explain how you can submit the questions and when she's going to answer those questions. So let me step out, and Cindy, take it from there.
Well, welcome everyone. We are so excited to be your host today. And so what I would like to do, just briefly talk about the Q&A. If you will, on your screen, there is a place for you to ask your questions. What we'll do toward the end of our presentation, we will take those questions and we will definitely answer. If we don't have time for some reason, we will definitely get back with you with any questions that you might have, and we will definitely contact you. So I just want to let you know that we will answer your questions. At this time, I'm going to share my screen, and my colleague Kareen and I, who I have known for a very long time, and let me share this other one, guys. Please forgive me. Who I've known for a very long time. We're going to be presenting together, so I'm just excited to be with Kareen today. Okay, so our webinar today is about Conflict Resolution Day, which is the third Thursday of every October. So I know today is Conflict Resolution Day. And so if you were not able to celebrate today, maybe you might want to use some of these ideas for next year. I just want to introduce myself to you so that you know who I am. I am part of our Online Peer Mediation Platform, which we're going to cover a little bit about that today toward the end of our presentation. I'm one of the co-coordinators along with Kareen. I am the former chair of the Association for Conflict Resolution Education, Research, and Training section, as well as Kareen was as well. So we both have vast experience with ACR. I'm a bullying prevention specialist with our school district. I run our countywide peer mediation program, and I have for years. I'm also a peer educator with the National Association of Peer Program Professionals. I do some school crisis training, and I work with our virtual school here in our county, which is Rockdale County Schools in Georgia. And I have my contact information as well. So if you ever want to reach out to me, and you will get a copy of this PowerPoint as well. So I want to let you know you'll have that. Now I want to turn it over to my friend Kareen so she can introduce herself.
Very good. Thank you so much, Cindy, and thank you again to everyone for coming. I'm in Southern California. Cindy is in Georgia. We don't know where you all are, but isn't it amazing we can all be together celebrating this day and putting our heads together and thinking about this important work in conflict resolution. So I think that's pretty cool. I feel very close to Cindy, and we rarely get to be in the same space. So amazing, the power of this networking. So yeah. Again, my name is Kareen Devoogd. I'm a lecturer with the California State University system here. I work with Fresno, CSU Fresno, and CSU LA as a lecturer in a teacher credentialing preparation program for elementary and middle school teachers or future teachers. Indeed, I'm working with Cindy as developer and coordinator of our Online Peer Mediation Platform. I'm the former director of Mediator Mentors Project in the Central Valley of California, California State University, Fresno, where we partnered schools with higher ed in supporting training of teachers and students in peer mediation. And gosh, that's been going for quite a long time. So long in the tooth with that work. I'm indeed also a trainer and developer with a project here in the Los Angeles area, Whitaker Peace and Development Initiative. You may have heard of Forrest Whitaker before. It's my claim to fame. But they're starting a project with that group at Carnegie Middle School implementing conflict resolution curriculum programming with Common Core standards so that it's infused into the day-to-day instruction rather than a standalone piece that gets sometimes dusty on the shelf when new stuff comes along. So that's our initiative, and that's, as you can see, we bring a lot of expertise to this work. So we're glad that you're joining us in expanding the net longer and larger.
Thank you so much, Karen. So let's do an overview of our presentation for today so you'll know what to expect. We're going to give a brief history and purpose of Conflict Resolution Day. I gave you the date. Again, it's the third Thursday of every October. Give you some promotional ideas. And if you missed today and you were not able to celebrate, then I'm going to give you some other dates that you can celebrate and promote your conflict resolution program. Karen's going to cover the Conflict Resolution Day toolkit that you're going to get today. We'll talk a little bit about the conflict resolution rollout that we'll have. I'll let her talk more about that in a future webinar. We're also going to talk a little bit about our Online Peer Mediation Platform, its 4 goals, and then we'll get to some of your questions. So without further ado, let's talk about Conflict Resolution Day. And it was created in 2005 by the Association for Conflict Resolution to do 3 things. Number 1, to promote the awareness of mediation and other types of creative, peaceful means of resolving conflict among youth and educators, if we're talking specifically about schools, but also in the workplace and organizations. Number 2, to promote conflict resolution in schools and businesses and organizations in the workplace, and to really just synergize by having celebrations that will happen all over the world. So not only are we doing this here in the United States, but there are other countries that are also promoting their programs and talking about conflict resolution, which is really exciting. So again, just as a review, 3rd Thursday of October, and some of the ways, if you're a school person, and we're really kind of basing our presentation today around schools, but one way is to really, before Conflict Resolution Day occurs, is to get your superintendent, to get your principal to adopt a Conflict Resolution Day proclamation, or have your students just write pledges. That's what I did. And the students will then post their pledges. So you could do it on a bulletin board, you can do it in the halls, really just to say that, you know, we are going to pledge to use some conflict resolution strategies, or we're going to learn conflict resolution strategies if they don't know them. Number 2 is really just to advertise and put the information out on your school website. If you have a homepage, a Facebook page, Twitter account, Snapchat, I don't know if you have that, Instagram, where people know about it. And then you can also publicize your event with the Association for Conflict Resolution. I've attached in this PowerPoint where you actually can upload your information to their website, or you can email it as well. Also, there is a poster that you can download, and this has been the poster for quite a while now. This is the ACR Conflict Resolution Day poster and logo that you can put around your school or your business organization. Now, if you decide to host an event, there are several things that you can do, and some of this was taken directly from ACR, and some of this I've just done over time. Hosting a mock mediation during lunchtime, having what we call a peace cafe where you show a video or a film, and I've used this film, Odd Girl Out, because October is bullying awareness as well. So I try to mold together conflict resolution and bullying awareness together, and we do a peace cafe where we have discussion questions and we talk about what happened in the film. You can launch a school-wide Increase the Peace campaign, which just means you would have students describe how they would peacefully resolve a problem that day, and then you would post these problem-solving methods around the school or on the walls or on your website. You can have students nominate a fellow student peacemaker, which I think is an awesome idea to show that not everybody's fighting, okay? That people are making peace and they're doing some really positive things in their school community, and then produce and distribute information on how to establish a peer mediation program. Now, your school might not have a peer mediation program, and so this might be your first time thinking about maybe doing a peer mediation program, which we'll talk about a little bit later. You can also organize a film festival which highlights conflict resolution, and afterwards you can have a discussion about peaceful strategies that were used. You can create a mini retreat. I do that every year. I have a mini retreat for my students in conflict resolution. You can host a art, poetry, or t-shirt contest. I know last year ACR did that, and I don't believe they did that this year, but you can do your own. You can hold a brown bag professional development talk on a campus for your professionals and for your community about what you're doing in your school. And you can just really hold an educational event for your students and do a presentation. I know every year I go into the law and individual in the law class and talk about mediation. First I talk about peer mediation, then I talk about mediation in business and how it's a real career, which a lot of students don't know that. So here are some other days. Again, if you missed today, you weren't able to really do anything, you can take these other days and you can infuse conflict resolution into those days. September, you have the International Day of Peace. Of October, you have two days to talk about bullying awareness. Karen's going to talk a little bit about Mix It Up, so I won't take that away from her. January, No Name Calling Week, Random Acts of Kindness. February, Dating Violence Awareness. March is National Peer Helper Week. And then April is your Youth Violence Awareness. So I'm going to turn it over to Karen for a minute and let her talk a little bit about the toolkit that you're going to get for being on this webinar today.
There was every month of the year. I think that's really so bring that.
Okay, Karen, I don't know if you know that you're kind of fading out a little bit. So I'm going to, while you're fixing your connection, oh, you're back. Okay.
Am I okay?
Yeah, you're good.
I'm sorry about that. I apologize. I'm in a small room at a conference here, and that may just be the moment that everyone else is downloading something. So if I disappear, I apologize. I'll try and jump right back on. Right. So Cindy has done a lot of heavy lifting here for us on our work and has put together a really nice document that she is willing to share. I hate to take away your Oprah moment or your Ellen moment where you get to say, look under your chair, and everybody gets to have this document. And it does a really thorough job of lining out a variety of links to resources that you can use and listing out really exciting activities. That document will be forwarded to you in follow-up email, and I will post it on our website as well. And when I say our website, we're talking about our online peer mediation platform that you see listed here on Cindy's slide. So in this toolkit, as I say, there's a variety of activities, links to lessons, curriculum, very cool websites that Cindy has prepared. And the one day that she has listed on there, by the way, in that resource, you'll see all those days listed out through the year. And one of them was Mix It Up Day, and that's something that's sponsored by Teaching Tolerance. And if you go to the Teaching Tolerance website, the Mix It Up Day is October 25th. So next Tuesday, if today comes and goes and you didn't get an opportunity to plan things special for Conflict Resolution Day, you can celebrate next Tuesday. And that's a day when schools encourage students to sit somewhere else with someone else they don't normally spend time with, as an opportunity to get to know other people, make new friends. And it's a real deliberate effort to make students aware of who they make choices to be with and so on, and to challenge them to grow their circle of friends just a little bit larger. So I thought that was kind of cool, and you can do that next Tuesday. That's a lovely thing. Okay, some of the other things that are on that toolkit, or did I cover that whole thing, Cindy? Do we have another slide on our?
Did you want me to show them the whole toolkit very quickly, or?
Oh, that'd be great. Do you have an opportunity? Can you make that switch real quick?
A moment and
Very good. And just so that, as that's coming up in front of us, so that you understand that a whole bunch of the work that we're doing with our online peer mediation platform is creating this network and this repository of excellent resources that you can access and use at any time. It's all free, open domain material. There it is. Wonderful. So there you go. It's got a lot of links to our work in online peer mediation, but it's not just that. As Cindy has pulled in high school activities, she's got some things for just sort of pick up and run things, kindness ideas, being good to each other, be nice, dude, kinds of things. One of the things you'll see under resources is school tools. Click on that. take a look at that. That's a group in the Los Angeles area called Western Justice Center, and they've got some really spectacular resources for anyone that's working with this content in schools. And perhaps you're working with restorative practices in your school. All of these resources doesn't need a special day to land on. It can be used at any time. Cindy has also listed on here some conferences that are coming up. Wow, thank you, Cindy. This is really, really good stuff. Okay, so that's, I think, gives us a good look at what you've got. So watch your email or go to our website later on and you'll be able to get your hands on this.
Okay, thank you so much, Karen. So we're going to move along, and Karen's back up again. We're going to talk a little bit about our conflict resolution modules that are free for anyone to use. And so I'm going to let Karen kind of cover a little bit about what these modules are.
Good. Thanks so much, Cindy. So conflict resolution training modules. So let's say you're interested in getting started with a program, and you're like, but I don't have any materials. What can I do? What would be the best way to get started? We have some modules that we're piloting at the moment, and drum roll please, on December 1st, we're going to roll these modules out. So right now we're piloting them with the school, finding out where the hiccups are. We want to polish it up and get ready and put it in your hands and available to you free of charge. Thank you, JAMS, so that you can use these modules. So there's 10 basic modules. They are set up on a Moodle platform. That's a delivery platform of curriculum. You'll be able to work through a PowerPoint that's narrated by a lovely young lady, with former student of Cindy's. So that's very engaging. It's much more interesting to hear a young voice talk these students through these materials. So it's about giving you exposure to basic peer mediation strategies. It is interactive. We've got links to videos and quizzes and activities. And this would be exactly as Cindy has in her PowerPoint here for beginning peer mediation programs and peer mediation review. So we assume that you would take those things in a context where you practice them face-to-face and so on, but that it helps you get your head around these basic skills. Okay, so the first module starts very basically, what is conflict? What is this work that we're doing in? And trying to change the headset of conflict as this horrible thing that we just have to, get over or avoid or around or whatever, but that conflict is normal, it's necessary, and it's natural, and but it's how you deal with the conflict in a productive way that can help you grow. Module 2, understanding the ins and outs of peer mediation. And look at Jada there, isn't she wonderful? So she's talking to students about what is this thing, what is this tool. The third module is understanding active listening. And as we know that is the power tool in the kit that helps students do a good job as a peer mediator. Module 4 gets into understanding perceptions and bias, and helps students understand that we all see the world just a little bit differently. And for maybe all of us, we think, well, yes, of course, but we don't always understand that that's what's behind our conflict, as we're looking at it through different lenses. Module 5 is sort of setting up the stage for mediation, understanding the difference between needs and positions, and some of those other logistics of getting a mediation started and introducing the process to someone who might not know it. Module 6 is advanced mediation skills and practice, and we use something we call EARS, and that's just kind of a remembering thing to be engaging, ask questions, restate, reflect, and summarize what you're hearing in a process. So it's kind of a nifty module, that one. Module 7 is understanding needs behind conflict issues. As you can see, we're going just a little bit deeper with each one of these modules, and certainly basic human needs and unmet needs is a source of any conflict, can be traced back to that. Module 8 helps students to make sure that it's fair and balanced, that there is a contribution by each one of the people that are coming to the table to have a conflict resolved, and then understanding the ethics of what it takes to be a mediator, understanding confidentiality and impartiality and so on. So those are the things Module 8. Module 9 is understanding and managing the whole process. And as if any of you have had experience with mediation, sometimes it just doesn't go by the script, and this helps students think about what are other skills that they need to develop to get better and better at this process. And then Module 10, this takes us to our work in using this platform that we're on today with Zoom to do online peer mediation with high school students. We know that adults can do it. We know kids can do it. We worked with Cindy's students on this, and this module helps others learn about the platform a little bit and, see, how can this work if we're not sitting in the same space? Well, it can actually work extremely well, and kids are very, very comfortable navigating these waters. This is their native land. Technology is second nature to them. They're not uncomfortable with it at all. So this is kind of cutting edge, I would say, in seeing we can do this with students. So again, set your calendars right now to December 1st, and that's going to be the day that we will be rolling out these modules that we've just described, give you an opportunity to peek into each one of them and inviting you to use them and participate in implementing them.
Thank you so much, Karen.
Okay.
And as Karen alluded to, we are part of the Online Peer Mediation Platform, which is a project funded by the JAMS Foundation. We are now run by the National Association for Peer Program Professionals, and last year we were run by ACR, Association for Conflict Resolution. There's our website. We'd love for you to visit our platform and check it out. We have free resources and videos, and I'm just going to cover very briefly what the 4 goals of our project is. The first goal is, of course, to provide as many free resources as we can put our hands on. If you have resources that you would like to share, we are more than glad to put them on our website. We have videos, we have curricula, we have media, and we're always expanding our resources. So that is our pledge, is to provide as many free resources and our knowledge as we can put out there. Goal number 2 is to provide online training in basic peer mediation skills to show how middle and high school students can teach their students basic peer mediation skills. So we have, of course, the modules that we are putting out in December, and this is part of how you can do that. Again, they're basic peer mediation, so it doesn't ever take the place of a human being, but they are great to use in schools with middle and high school students. Goal number 3 is, and I apologize, it kind of got cut off a little bit, but is actually to help your students practice their skills. My students have 6 videos on the platform where they actually practice their peer mediation skills, and now my new students are going to practice their skills. And so our goal is to help students practice. They can practice with students in other schools and school districts and states and other countries. And so that's kind of our goal, because a lot of times students don't have the time to practice at school because teachers don't want to lose them. It's a valuable academic time, and we completely understand that. And we would provide college coaches. Karen, her students have given great feedback to our students who are practicing for the first time, and so it's a very safe environment where they can practice, and then we record it and let them see the videos, which is very powerful. And then, of course, our last goal, goal number 4, is this is a future goal that we have, is to provide peer mediation services for those schools that frankly don't have peer mediation. And that would be, our vision is that my students at my school, and maybe a school in California, 2 mediators can mediate another school somewhere else. So we can mix and match mediators. We can help schools and other places. So it's just, maybe it's a little utopian right now, but it is our goal that we want to make this happen at some point. So if you want to contact us, you certainly can do so. We have a contact page on our website. We are looking for partners. We're looking for people interested in our services, or if you just want to learn more or you want training, we are here to help you. So now we're at the point where we have about 6 minutes left, and I wanted to open up where you can ask questions. And if you don't have questions, that's okay too. But we're definitely going to provide our information so that if you want to reach out to us personally, we've had people from Turkey, Poland, Israel, Afghanistan, England, lots of states that have reached out to us. Bolivia, we just had a conversation with someone in Bolivia. So we are always welcome, or you are always welcome to reach out to us, and we will do a webinar with you or a video conference and help you as much as we can. Kareen, do you want to add anything?
Nope, that's actually remarkable to me, to think about our opportunity to not just even work within the United States, but to work and collaborate and share this wealth across the world. That's really what we all want. We want peace on earth, not just in our own school. But that's where it starts, of course. But this opens it wide up. Indeed, indeed. Yeah, no, I think that's good. I'm clicking in to see on our Q&A.
Yeah, there are no questions yet. So in the meantime, can you also mention the fact that people can follow us through Twitter and Facebook?
Well, you heard a voice behind the screen that said you can follow us on Twitter. We do have an Online Peer Mediation Twitter account and Facebook account. And we also have a blog, and this video will be posted to our blog. So you can follow us and reach out to us about all the new things that we'll be doing. And we have new things happening all the time. So yes, definitely follow us if you have an opportunity to do so.
All right. So if you have any questions, you can just enter your questions. You should be able to find a Q&A panel on your screen. We have 4 or 5 minutes left. And Cindy, can you go back to your first slide where you showed your contact information as well?
Yes, my contact information is at the bottom, cmorton@rockdale.k12.ga.us. So I'll let you see that for a minute, and then I'm going to share Kareen's information one more time as well. So that is my email at the very bottom. You're more than welcome to reach out to me. And again, you are going to get copies of this, so in case you miss it, we'll have it for you again. And then Kareen at the bottom of the screen, at this slide, is her email, kdevoogd@csufresno.edu. So, and especially if you're interested in working with college students, or you have college students, Kareen is our expert college mediator mentor person. So she definitely can help you with any of those questions. And we have resources for college as well.
Yeah, indeed. We're partnering with, or we have resources that have been shared from Wayne State University in Michigan. Bill Waters has been working in college-based mediation practices for a very long time, so we're really, really privileged to have him hook in on this as well. Yeah.
Okay, so Cindy, let me start with you again. Cindy, besides the video recording and the link to your presentation, which other material are we going to send out?
We are going to send them the conflict resolution toolkit as well.
And is that is what, in a PDF format? Or?
It's actually in a Word document format. I can switch it over to PDF.
Yeah, that would be better.
Oh,
and then I'll send it out.
Yes,
okay.
we'll do that.
Oh, I see a question.
Oh my gosh, so excited.
Okay, so Cindy, if you click Q&A, you should be able to see who is asking.
Okay, yes, the question is, would you also share your website blog? Absolutely, and I do have that further down, so let me find that for you. If you'll notice in the bottom right-hand corner, that is our website, and there is a link, as you see, here's the links, home and resources, peer mediation. Here's our blog as well. So you can actually click on the blog. Okay, and I hope that that's helpful information.
All right. Actually, Cindy, if you can stop share, I can actually show probably we can show our website. Hold on a second. Yeah, here it is. Okay, so in order to have access to our blog, you just go to our website and you click blog events, and here's our blog. So here you will find our video, the video recording of today's webinar. You also find the link to to our presentation, and you also find the document that Cindy and Kareen just mentioned, the toolkit. It will be in PDF format, so you can view it and you can download it. Okay, and here, as you can see, where it says follow us, if you click this link, Twitter and Facebook, you can follow us through Twitter and Facebook. All right. Okay. All right. So I think that we're almost there. So if you have any questions, please do it now. Otherwise, we are running out of time.
Okay. Can I close with some conflict resolution encouraging thoughts, just to set us on our way? Robert Kennedy said, "We must recognize that this short life can neither be ennobled nor enriched by hatred or revenge." And so I hope that you can join us in this work to be sure that indeed revenge isn't the way we go. We don't look for ugliness in each other, but look for ways to grow in our perspective and in our peaceful conflict resolution. So,
Well said, my friend.
All right. And on that positive note, so we thank you all.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Look forward to stay in touch with you. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you, Kareen. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye now.
Bye now.
Bye.